I got another one of those reminders. The reminder that I have advantages purely because of the color of my skin. A neighbor many, many months ago, 5 doors down from us, passed away in his home, and none of us knew about it. Now, I that's my entire connection to this gentleman. Literally, walked down a back alley. If he was there, I'd wave at him. Otherwise, I knew nothing. Never even gave it a second thought. It was a business across the street that actually noticed that something was wrong with the house and sent the police to check it out. From what I understand, they found the gentleman dead and had been dead for a while. That was 8, 9 months ago. I can't even remember exactly. And this house has been vacant since then. And now, our mail carrier, notified me that he suspects that there's squatters there. And my neighbors, who I do know, living next door, on the one side, not on the other, I haven't met them yet. They're newer. But they also happen to be a much darker complexion than me. They've been in fear of the people coming and going from this house. And they've said nothing. Because they have a pale skin complexion. They were never sure. They didn't question them. The mail carrier notified me. I went and boarded up the house. So they couldn't get back in the way that they were getting in anymore. The neighbors helped me. They came back. And they broke through what barriers I'd put. Well, they didn't exactly make it Fort Knox. I walked over there, broad daylight, and all I had to do was yell at them to get out. They accepted my authority when I have zero authority. Because of my skin. And then I have a loud voice, and I got a lot of gray in my beard. When the police finally did show up, which surprisingly wasn't that long, they didn't bother. Nothing fazed them. I was treated with dignity and respect. And I got away with saying the things and doing the things I did, once again, because of the color of my skin. Listen, I'll be blunt. I'm white trash. Culturally, I'm white trash. Have been all my life. I may be white trash with a Canadian middle-class attitude, but I've never been middle class. I've never made that much money. And the number of four-letter words that normally flow out of my mouth makes sailors blush. I'm not bothered by that. I am who I am, and I accept it. But it's really, really difficult to see my neighbors who have a darker complexion than me, not unlike my wife, afraid. Afraid to speak up. Afraid to protect their homes from the possible risks imposed by squatters who, for God, I don't know what the hell the problem is. The place smells. Clearly smells of a dead body. Now, they may not understand that that's why it smells so bad. They might think, well, it's just because of a cat or something. No, it was a person. The Tyvek suits the coroners use were actually still in the garbage because nobody bothered to take the cart to the back lane. I did. Now, I don't know if the gentleman who passed away had family. I don't know. Never met him. Never met the family. I only ever saw him in the yard. And that was only every once in a while. I don't exactly walk that way very often. But I feel bad. It was a tragedy. It is a tragedy. And it's an even bigger tragedy Because his neighbors are afraid now. For no reason. These people who are coming and going from this house are putting that house at risk. I'm putting themselves at risk, no less. And their desperation to actually stay in a place that smells like that. With no heat, no water, and no electricity? Are you kidding me? And they ran. But would they have run if my neighbor had confronted them? I don't think they would have. And that's what makes me angry. Automatically, I get a pass. Because, well, that skin color and that gray. And the 3 young men that I chased out, all that similar skin color to me. They just, for some reason, accepted my authority. That I have none. And that makes me angry. My neighbors shouldn't live in fear. Shouldn't have to live in fear. My wife should not have to live in fear because of the color of their skin. I get away with it, and I have zero authority. I walk down the street and I feel safe. Why? Because I was born with a privilege, and imbued with that privilege, and raised with that privilege, despite the fact that I'm white trash. That makes me angry. I enjoy this privilege purely because of the color of my skin, not my character.